So hi, I'm Frank Talaber, multi-published author. One of my novels in the Ainsworth Chronicles, The Joining, opens here at the Empress Hotel. Very famous hotel, and I'll tell you about the story of that and the designer that built it. Now, in front inner harbor of Victoria, very beautiful. You can see that. And Francis Rattenbury is the guy who built the Parliament buildings. He also designed the Empress Hotel. So the deal was that in 1871 BC became a province. Now, it wasn't all that well off at the time, and so they wanted to build a massive looking structure for the Parliament buildings, because they had little things called the bird cages, which is these horrible little dingy box things. So they had a competition, and they ended up hiring Francis Rattenbury, who was a junior architect. Wasn't very good, wasn't professionally trained. However, he signed his application a BC architect, which meant a lot to the people at the government. So they hired him, and oddly enough, he won. Here you'll see, this is the Empress Hotel. So he also then designed this. So originally the Empress Hotel, before this was built, this is all part of the inner harbor that you're seeing behind me here. So it continued to here, and a lot of this was landfill. They would dump stuff in here to fill it all in, and the Empress is also built on something like 10,000 cedar logs. So Lord knows when they start rotting away what's going to happen to this hotel. We don't know, but they say it's sinking in the ground, but I sure don't like it sinking to me, to be honest. Anyways, the story goes that, he designed this, he became quite famous, got married, then his life started taking on a whole different twist. So, as he got more and more famous, he also built something called the Steamship Building right behind me here, which is that one right there with the yellow in front of it. But the story goes that in those days, you got, pardon me, you got married, you didn't get divorced. So Francis Rattenbury decided to have an affair with this other lady who's been married twice, half his age, and they fell in love, apparently, and he wanted to divorce his wife, and she refused. So the story goes that he even went as far as turning off the power and the heat to the building because she refused to divorce him, because he wanted to marry this other woman. Eventually, she did, and long story short, they did end up actually moving back to England, where he was from originally. Now, one of the reasons he got attracted to her, it never is officially stated, but she did apparently drugs, and he did of some kind too. And as he got older, he couldn't, enjoy himself anymore, let's just say. Or some ruder people say couldn't get it up. So anyway, she got quite mad. They had hired a chauffeur that was only 18 years old, and she was in her 40s, I think, by then. And she convinced the guy, they say, to bop him upside the head, and he did, and he got committed and went to jail, and so did she, because she also admitted to it. Francis Rattenbury obviously died. He's actually marked in an unmarked grave in England, and you can research this and see. But yeah, that's what happened, and so he died not penniless, but not very well off at all. And she ended up killing herself as well. She ended up stabbing herself 6 times and throwing herself into the river in the town they were in. And that's it. That's the story of Francis Rattenbury. So thank you. Very interesting fella. And that's, like I said, where I opened my book, The Joining. Opens right in the lobby, which has this gorgeous chandelier structure in it. And go from there. So thank you very much.